Alright, so rank is a volatile experience for all of us. Sometimes we win tremendously and feel like gods, and other times we throw and feel useless. But why does this happen? This is the question we are going to answer today. So welcome to analyzing my rank gameplay. So, Cueist. Cueist as the new hunter lately has left some people doubtful about his position in the hunter rankings, given his very strong ability to snowball with Cypher Regress in closed domain and pressure with cue ball. Today we will be analyzing 3 matches we had against a pretty decent Cueist and learning about our mistakes and how we could do things better for our next matches. Let's see game 1.
Huh? Oh.
Okay, let's analyze the situation. Cueist wants to come for me. He knows he counters me. There are a lot of things Cueist can do that count as ability. Let's list them. Placing a contact point, closing a connection, and throwing cue ball. The problem with this is that they're available to use very easily to avoid a double attack prediction. Let's see how we manage it. Alright, he left me to go for Cowboy. Let's take over Cowboy's Cypher given that mine has already been reduced to 0. The shame is that he's gotten 2 helmets out of that chase, which is a really big liability for later on. Blink. Unsurprising after an easy first hit. Shame is that now he's chairing next to me. It's good for the save, but it's also good for him in terms of harassment. Forced too early rescue. That's not very good news. But with a bit of luck, the Cowboy can now rebound thanks to sympathy. Alright, there have been several mistakes here. The first one, of course, is getting cue-balled into getting slugged, which is a big problem. Possibly what I should have done is leave early. The second thing that was another problem was getting the prediction incorrect. Of course, it's a 50-50 scenario, but yeah, even then. Okay, the hunter's pressuring the Cypher. I need to start a backup in factory. Problem is I'm injured. Let's hope the team can handle themselves, at least for a little while. And that's a terror shock. Cool. Now everyone's dead. What am I supposed to do now? Let's start going for the rescue, just in case he decides to pick up Acrobat. And it seems like he is picking him up. And that's good news. We need to reset. If we don't reset, there's no way we're gonna get this safe. Thankfully, I brought the healing persona. This allows me to get healed way quicker. Thank God. Let's try not to get the Acrobat farmed if possible. Let's see how this rolls. And that's loss. What could have I done better? Now, the dungeon was in center field. I doubt I would have made it without any items. Maybe I could have gotten one at some point. All in all, it was a good game by the Cueist. Let's see how we handle round 2. Okay, so what escape route do we want to take? I'm thinking we go birdcage. If necessary, we'll use these paths here. Always have a game plan for when the hunter's gonna come for you. Time to kite. Good luck. Okay, now he's switching to Lucky Guy. All in all, not a bad first chase. I only used one helmet after all. Let's take over this bot Cypher now. Wait, he's going for me? But that doesn't make any sense. He just blinked the Lucky Guy. Why would he come for me? He knows I bring Flywheel with Knight due to our previous match, and he's only gotten one prediction out. So why? There are 4 reasons why he did this, I believe. Reason 1. With the survivor injured, Cueist gains buff of inertia. which gives him 3 more seconds of 18% more movement speed, wall hacks, and faster interaction speed. Reason 2. Lucky Guy had both a gun and a bot who was decoding, and he was in Ruins, a notoriously good hiding spot against Cueist if you have broken windows. Reason 3. This Cueist brought confined space, so no insolence. That means he probably wanted to get the bot anyways and just found me in his route. Reason 4. I am playing Rescuer, and Cueist has a pretty good camp against non-rescuers, so it may be worth a shot to down the Rescuer. Now, with all of these reasons, would I still go for Knight in this scenario? Nope. But hey, I'm just stating the facts. Let's continue. Hey, that wasn't a bad chase at all. But there were still some mistakes where we could have perfected it a little bit more. For example, if you make a mistake with your ability or similar, don't panic like I did. Play it off. Maybe the hunter doesn't notice or fails at what he was trying to do. Continuing. Now this was a very good play. You see, Cueist cannot exit ball form upon entering it for 2 seconds, and that forces him to continue the lane of the ball, so he couldn't do anything upon me doubling back. But what I should have done is leave further away, not go to the nearby pallet. This would have forced him to use another 2 contact points to reach back to me, or exit ball form and come via foot to a pallet filled area. Doing that could have most definitely saved me a prediction and my flywheel usage. Finally, here I may not have anything else, but I could have went to a different area of the map even if I were still down. You see, I went to Acro, who had the final cipher. This could have been a huge blunder, but thankfully, we were able to manage it. Now, with that in mind, let's witness the result of this harsh kite upon the Cueist. Four-man escape. Beautiful. Now, I cannot stand here and lie, saying that everything was under complete control here. I was struck by luck because the Cueist was panicking too much to play efficiently. Nevertheless, the win was more than warranted. At the end, we popped the cipher instantly so he wouldn't have any contact points to go to the gate if he wanted to come for me. And if he wanted to go for the other survivors at the gate, I would already be at the opposite gate. We also know for a fact he's confined space detention time. So if I brought him far away, no matter how quick I went down, the others would still have time to escape. So one win and one loss. It's time for round 3 to decide the tiebreaker.
Huh? Oh.
Welp, that sucks. Kind of how it goes with Night, I guess. Upon failing one prediction, it's over. You might wonder why I bring Flywheel with Night. Flywheel is a great tool to kite and save with, and different to most hardcore saviors, you can chase Night quite decently, unless he hard counters you. In any case, assuming I do only one rescue, I can easily just use Sympathy for the save unless it's a Joseph and everything should be fine. Going back to the match, this is a horrible scenario. He can easily just blink me down, and Blink should be ready by now, so yeah, it's a game of surviving the blink. Okay, not too shabby of a chase. Not bad after the horrible start we had. I believe there is not much more to add to this sequence of events. It was mostly buying time against the inevitable. I could have tried to blink predict at the end there, but that's just nitpicking honestly. Let's continue. A 4-man endgame. Pretty good if you ask me. But there is one key detail I did not notice at the time, but could have extended my chase tenfold. Look at this moment. The Cueist didn't go straight for me, but instead exited ball form from far away from me. Why though? A simple mistake? I think not. You see, I did not place this in the footage, but while I was on chair, the Cueist used several contact points to lock ciphers, which means he didn't make a mistake really. He just couldn't catch up because he had no contact points. The cue ball was only placed on one contact point, not two. At the time, I went to the corner to simply buy time for the team with the chairing, but if I didn't do that and went to the other pallets in graveyard, the Cueist wouldn't have been able to catch up due to the lack of contact points. This was quite a big blunder from me. But that's just how it goes, right? At the end of the day, we need to remember that we are all humans who make mistakes, some more than others. One bad match or one bad day does not determine who you are as a player. I believe that we as individuals sometimes forget that this is a pretty small community, and we see each other all the time. I know I am the first one to throw shit when a mistake is done, but maybe we can be better than this. Maybe we can try to treat each other with a little bit more kindness every day. But I don't know if that's a hard thing to ask of this community. I truly hope not. Because, honestly, when the curtain falls, we are the ones who make this community who it is. Thank you all for watching it to the end. I want to disclaim that the novelist yo-yoing was a friend of mine doing me a favor because my footage got corrupted, but trust me, I've gotten yo-yoed before. For future videos, I plan on analyzing my rank gameplay more scarcely due to the amount of editing that it has. But I will be posting normal rank gameplay and other types of content that I really do hope you like. In any case, see you later, Cowfolk.